Internet. It is Item Malik Aaron, and welcome back to Box Office Predictions. Today we're going to be talking about Polite Society. So as usual, we're going to be going over the pros and cons. So let's get to it. Pros. Well, reviews are very strong. It's a 91% critic score, so that's obviously very good. Its audience score is a bit lower than that. It's at 77%, which is fine. You're kind of in the danger zone there. Because obviously audiences are a lot more forgiving than critics are usually. But yeah, that audience score is probably not as it's not as high as it probably should be. Realistically, like I would expect its score to be like in the 80s. When you're in the 70s, you're kind of scooting closer towards the danger zone, but it's not like a terrible score or anything. So I think word of mouth is more or less fine. It's okay. So I guess that's a pro. Um, I guess another pro is that there's nothing like this, nothing remotely like this in the marketplace right now. I mean, sure, plenty of movies have come out over this month, and boy, have I covered them all. But I don't think there's any quite like this. So that definitely helps it stand out amongst the crowd. So yeah, I'd say that's a pro in my book. The fact that it stands out so much. Um I think that's really it. I guess this could appeal to it's a pretty niche demographic, I guess. A somewhat more niche. Because I believe it's aimed more towards it's kind of like how you have like these specialty-ish movies that appeal to like very like hyper specific demographic, like say like there are a lot of Hispanic movies that come out that appeal to that demographic. I think there was like in 2017 there's actually two of them that kind of fit into that ballpark. There's one, the art how to be like a Latin lover or something like that, and then another one was like Balabooey 2 or something like that. Both were very small movies in the grand scheme of things, but they both did like super well. They appealed heavily towards their very niche audiences, and I feel like this could be that theoretically. Theoretically, I don't think that's gonna happen, but it's not impossible. So I don't know. I mean, maybe if this appeals, I believe it's more. I guess I don't know. The Indian audience, I guess. Maybe. I mean, it's like a mix between like I mean, the critics' consensus on Rotten Tomatoes describes it as a movie that blends Bollywood splendor and British wariness. So maybe this could appeal to a very niche demographic. Who knows? But yeah, I'd say that's a pro, I guess. All right, cons. The big con is that not a whole lot of people know this movie exists, and that's a problem. I haven't seen any like ads for it online. I haven't seen a big push for this movie, so that's obviously a huge problem. So that's a con. Another con is that this movie's only opening in, I believe, 900 theaters last I checked. I will check on. I pressed the wrong thing. I will check run the numbers just to see if that's true. Let me see. Where is it? Yeah, 927 theaters, which is not a lot at all. So, um, yeah, yeah, that's not exactly ideal here. And unlike Sisu, I don't think this is getting like real advanced buzz or anything. So, I'd say as a low theater count will be more of a hindrance than anything else. So that's a con. Another con is that this is the last weekend of April. Historically, this weekend is very slow because everyone would rather stay at home and wait the following weekend to watch the big Marvel movie. That's been the case for over 20 years, more or less. And um, with very few exceptions. But yeah, historically, this is a weekend to forget. And yeah, I don't, and yeah, that's just obviously going to be a problem. Not to mention, Guardians 3 is coming out next weekend. That's going to take away all the screens, all the big screens, and everything. And then summer movie season starts, and it's just going to go on from there. And all the April movies are just going to evaporate, die, completely die. So, obviously, that's a con. And I think that's really it. Yeah, I think that's it. That's it. So, opening weekend. I don't know about this movie at all, man. I think it could hit 2, 3 million opening weekend, maybe more than that. I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm gonna lowball and say 2 to 3 million, the same range as Big George Foreman, and its total might reach. I don't know about 10 million. That seems ambitious. 5 to 10 million. Let's go with that range. 5 to 10 million. And that's it. One more movie to talk about, and I'm done for the weekend. Yay. That movie being Sisu. And that'll be it for April. Ugh, thank God. And then we can move on to summer movie season. So, yeah. That's it. That's all. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, turn notifications, share the whole drill. Want to check out more videos like this? Got a playlist on the homepage, all previous prediction videos I made this year. If you want to watch any of those, I'm doing like any stuff from this year or the past few years, you want to watch any of those, go right ahead. There's also the canceled series where I go over all the movies that was supposed to come out but didn't. I never covered Polite Society apparently, so there's that. I've recently made a cancel episode 187, so there's 187 episodes. The most recent one was the Mission Impossible 7 and the creator, so if you want to watch that episode or any other ones I've done, want to watch them all from beginning to now, I highly encourage you to do that, so go do it. There's also box office recaps where I go over the box office results for any particular month. April recap will come out the second week of May after Guardians 3 comes out, so stay tuned for that. But if you want to watch any of the past recap videos I made on the channel, you can go right ahead. And yeah, that's it. That's all. I am out. Goodbye.